Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Eddie Marcus here again. You know, I spent a lot of time talking about truth, and truth is applicable to everybody. And I know it's absolutely essential that it gets spread, that everybody get a chance to touch its flavor. But you know, there's something else I wanted to talk about, and it is about women. You know, somewhere I heard, and I did hear, that women had something special. And with that specialness, they could conquer the strongest men that ever walked the earth. Not just the strongest one, but the smartest as well. That it was something so unique about a woman that they had the ability to look at an empty earth and know that they could just use a man and populate this whole place. That was power. I think it's always power. To look around and see all of us here. We might say there's a power that's invisible that we don't understand, but we give it credit because we're here. And at the same time, we look at the females, the role that they have played, how they have been designed in such a way that the continuation of everlasting life can exist. Oh boy, I wonder if the women know how fantastic they are. But there's something that has happened recently that perplexes me. And I must say, I just don't understand. Every man seeks out a woman somewhere, unless they choose another choice. But for the most part, it's like we can't make it without a woman. And until a woman says yes, then you know we're out there. And even after they say yes, in many cases, we find yourselves being disrespected because somebody want to control you and manipulate you, beat you, treat you like you're a slave. All of these things can happen to you as well, even though you have the power. You, my friends, have the power. Ladies, women have this power. And I'm thinking to myself, how is that permitted? I mean, you got laws that's designed to protect you from this type of action. But there's one other action that just really blows my mind. You, my friends, you, the ladies, you, the women of this world, and you, the women of America, who have planted us here. And you, my friends, don't even have the choice. You don't have the authority to decide your own health when it comes down to children, when it comes down to babies, when it comes down to your health, when it comes down to your life. It's in the hands of another that you control and manipulate every day and every night. And check this out. Four or five of them make a decision that says you cannot abort and place the whole law of every state that does not resist, that you, my friends, will be punished. And anybody else, even a doctor who has said the whole purpose of being a doctor is to protect those who are in need of a doctor. And a woman who caught herself in a situation where she is in need of a doctor, but a doctor cannot provide that care because 4 or 5 men somewhere who you couldn't give the world to have a baby have made a decision that you, my friends, can't have a baby. And excuse me, you can't have an abortion. Now I ask you this. Women, how you going to take that? How you going to deal with that? Now, for the most part, you know, there are Democrats and others that don't believe in abortion, but they are not as crazy as this regulations that have been set before you. There are women who disagree with abortion. I wonder what side of the fence are they on? Are they with the 4 or 5 men who said, no way? But that's not important. I was just checking out and they tell me that approximately 10 million more women voted in the last election than men. And they tell me that men run for power, but they get it by voting unless they lie and cheat. For the most part, they get it by voting. That means your votes. Your votes. If you, my friends, respected yourself, it's not about, it's just you now. You respected yourself. You claiming your own power. You claiming your own authority. How dare all men, not just 5, how dare all men tell you what you can do when it comes down to your health? Huh? But it's happening. And you know what? There is an election coming up. And there will be men asking for your vote. These will be men who approve of the decisions that have been made for you. But that's not so important to men who have accepted these decisions. The thing that's sickening is that, what are you going to do? What are you going to do? Are you going to let these few men decide your destiny when it comes down to childbirth? Are you going to let them get away with it? Are you going to let anybody get away with it that tries to manipulate that way of life for you? I mean, you can do it. You can do it. Right now they're doing it. But look what happened just down in Texas most recently. A young lady stood before America and said, this is the situation that we find ourselves in based upon the decision that have been made about men who don't give a damn about us. You ladies. She had to leave the state. Somebody tried to be nice to her within the state, and the demon in the state said, hell no. Dude, you don't get that break. So she got to run, escape the state to find someone to treat her situation. Oh, man, what a hellhole is that? And now, what does it say to all of the ladies who might find themselves in a similar situation like that? Now, for me, I don't believe in laws that would govern you. I believe that if you don't want a person to have an abortion, then find out why they have them and make sure they don't have that excuse anymore, because you're going to meet the need. You meet the need because they are important and you care, and that is your responsibility to do everything you possibly can to make sure that you protecting one another. Hey, but some just say they just want to use you for your vote. And who they really protect is the one with the money. And I don't understand how America, all of America that votes, allow that system to continue. And you think you are running something. You think you're smart. You think you got some power. You think you're about something. You are as dumb and as much as a slave as the black man sitting on any plantation down in the South. The whole nation is. Oh, I know you got some acceptable norms that make you feel comfortable. But look at your environment. Look at your state. Look at your nation. It is a mirror of you. I mean, there's some dogs out there. And when I say dogs, I mean they do not care about any of you. And somehow you just choose a side. You with these dogs and you with these dogs. But I want you to know, ladies and gentlemen, they say dog years are many compared to humans. But even those end. So I'm not trying to start any stuff. I just want to say 10 million more women voted in the 2020 election than men. And 5 men or 6 or 4 have made a decision that you have to follow in regards to your life. Boy, you losing your power if this goes. I just want to thank you, ladies and gentlemen, as spokesman and advocate for basic human rights. I thought I should give you a word on that. I'm not trying to tell you what to do. It is the Spirit that leads me. It must be the Spirit that leads you. But you must be given some information, and the choice is always yours. Until next time, Eddie Marcus saying goodbye for now.